Hello. Thank you for being in a new video. This time we have the launch of the new iPhone and we have to get started. Apple has finally announced, without hosting a special event, the new iPhone, a device that will replace the entry model. It starts at a price of 14,999 pesos in Mexico for its version with 256 GB of storage. However, there will also be a variant with 512 GB, which will obviously be priced higher. The pre-sale is set to begin this Wednesday, March 4th, and it will be available in black, white, and a new pale pink color. But what about if we consider we are going to take the time to describe it thoroughly so that we can get to know it in detail? Let's start with the design and resistance. The device continues to feature an aluminum format complemented by a glass back. Weighs only 169 grams, making it quite light. And regarding durability, it offers a notable leap, possibly being one of its strongest aspects since it features the Ceramic Shield 2, which was recently released in the iPhone 17. This protects the front and is more resistant to scratches and shocks, also has IP certification, withstanding up to a full 30 minutes at a depth of 6 meters, then it qualifies as an IP. Better than other Android makers claiming IP68. Apple's test is deeper, so I stress, the resistance is notable due to Ceramic Shield 2 and IP68. Special. Incidentally, this model now includes the action button for quick shortcuts, which debuted on iPhone 15 Pro and has finally been added to the more affordable model. While the design satisfies in many aspects, I believe it falls short in others, particularly due to the outdated aesthetics that persist with a notch and rather significant bezels. Thick. Now the display is a 6.1-inch XDR OLED Super Retina with a resolution of 2532 times 1170 pixels and a peak brightness of 1200 nits in HDR content. Therefore, while it's not the brightest screen available, it does hold its own quite well, especially for an entry-level iPhone device. A significant detail to note is the introduction of its new anti-reflective coating. Initially, it wasn't believed to enhance visibility under direct sunlight, but now it does. However, the major downside and significant flaw of this device is its lack of 120 Hz promotion. It still operates with a basic 60 Hz screen. This is a critical weakness, especially when you compare it to any other Android device, even those in the lower price range. In the audio section, it includes stereo speakers and microphones that support Apple Spatial Audio. Even though it's the budget model, Apple emphasizes that it features audio mixing. This allows you to edit the sound of your recordings so they can be heard with a studio quality or a cinematic approach after capturing. Now, let's discuss. I think this section is generally one of the most attractive in an iPhone, but in this iPhone specifically, I think it is one of its main weaknesses. The system that Apple refers to as 48 megapixel Fusion actually features a camera with an f1.6 aperture, which fortunately provides a good amount of light input and also includes optical stabilization. Since it is a high-resolution sensor, it permits a 2x crop with optical quality, similar to what you get with a telephoto lens. However, from the front, the experience is definitely less versatile in comparison to what any other Android device offers. And in that same price range, this is clearly its weakest aspect, as it lacks both an ultra-wide camera and a telephoto camera. The front camera, known as True Depth, boasts 12 megapixels with an f1.9 aperture. For the first time in this price range, it includes autofocus, which definitely positions it as a great option for content creators. These creators might not need to capture scenes with zoom or specific ambience, but the autofocus feature makes it appealing. The front and rear cameras aren't particularly wide, but maybe they have simpler needs when it comes to recording video. However, using both the front and rear cameras together could achieve excellent quality, as the device allows us to record video with them. Video in 4K resolution with Dolby Vision, and it can capture up to 60 frames per second. This capability is available with both the rear and the front cameras, ensuring that the video recording quality is, I believe, guaranteed. It also supports slow motion up to 240 frames per second in full HD and includes stabilization of excellent quality, according to Apple's own words. Now, regarding the battery, you know that the manufacturer doesn't provide specific capacity figures. However, based on Apple's own tests, the battery offers up to 26 hours of video playback. For a compact cell phone, I believe this indicates good optimization. Nevertheless, we would need to wait for our own tests to deliver a final verdict. Charging is accomplished using USB-C, which works with Apple's 20-watt fast charging. This allows the device to reach 50% of its full capacity in just 30 minutes. Additionally, it is compatible with MagSafe and Qi wireless charging options. Up to 15 watts offering more power than the previous generation as it now includes integrated magnets. This is a significant feature where the device surpasses any other Android, even those that are high-end, providing a far more premium feel. Magnetic accessories can attach without requiring a special case, which is very important. Now let's proceed to discuss software and updates as the device comes equipped with iOS version 26. Apple's latest operating system has been specifically crafted to fully leverage all the capabilities of Apple Intelligence. This encompasses a more natural and intuitive Siri, enhanced typing tools, and advanced security features including crash detection. Additionally, something particularly noteworthy is the inclusion of satellite connectivity, which distinctly positions it above any Android competitor in this particular aspect. And we conclude this video by discussing performance and connectivity. The heart of this iPhone is the A-19 chip, the very same chip that's integrated into the iPhone 17, providing a clear advantage over numerous other competitors. This chip includes support for hardware-accelerated ray tracing, which is ideal for demanding games. Additionally, it debuts Apple's CX modem, enhancing download G speed while also being more energy efficient. Note that in Mexico, this model only uses eSIM, removing the physical SIM card tray. Let's consider that with the introduction of this new model, the iPhone Air makes even less sense than before. If the iPhone itself didn't make sense, the arrival of this model makes it even less sensible. In my opinion, even the iPhone 17 is far superior to the iPhone Air. However, for now, this has been everything for this video. It's simply an initial glance at the launch of that device. We hope to have it in our hands soon for an unboxing, a detailed review, and all the content you're accustomed to. For the moment, we've reached the end. Hope you liked it. Let us know, and we will see you all next time.